Shit. That's cool. Yeah, man, what's good with you, bro?
Same shit, different day. Just wake up and get to it, bro.
I feel that. I see you out here heavy these days. You got a lot of shit going on with like the label and shit. I wanted to ask you, like, how many people's in Straight Drop, bro?
Okay, so as far as artists, if you include me, 7. But then, you know what I mean, 7 official Straight Drop artists. But then we got some people that I've like decided to work with on the side, and people I believe in personally, and just really help them out. So I mean, we're really strong as a whole, as a team.
I see, man. I've been seeing you do your thing now for so many years. And one thing that I always say, you know, especially like me and Thelonious is supposed to down a lot, and we'll always talk about you. And like when I first started out, man, I came in the game and I came into like the local scene at like 2015, and I was like 20, 21 years old at the time. I was young. I didn't really know anyone who had anything going on in the city. I knew Felix Black, and I seen one video by Suba, and I knew Loud because we went to high school together. That was about all I knew as far as people in the city go. And then
all my peoples.
Yeah, man. And then it was crazy. When the way I met you, I came to your house. I didn't even know anything about you. It was my dad had a restaurant. He had the Summerdale Diner.
Okay.
And he had a waitress there named Brandy.
Okay.
Brandy was dating NASCAR back in the day.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I didn't know about him either. And then I knew Felix, and so Felix would tell me about Off the Wall Gang and shit. And so I had a high respect for y'all because at the time I was still at the level where like I was just making music, so it was just like I didn't like now when we do features and shit, we have to work kind of smart. It's all strategic.
Yeah, absolutely.
But back in the day when it's like, oh, you make music too, let's collab. It was on that type of time. So I came through whatever, and I did a couple tracks with NASCAR. When I came through, it was your crib. Yeah. That Henny and Apple.
I remember that
one time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But so she was like, Dad's coming back in town. She was like, probably get you, a feature with him or whatever. So I'm like, cool. So I link up. I come to your crib at the time, not knowing whose crib it is. Yeah. I didn't know you made music. I was there to see NASCAR, and then you was there, and you was running through beats for us to pick from because I didn't have any at the time. And you came across a beat made by Off the Wall Gang.
Shout out my bro, man. Off the Wall Gang. Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, because when I was out in LA and I made Hunger Paints too, a lot of people might not know, but it's only the production's only from Harrisburg.
Oh, dope.
And that's when I was living out in LA the whole time I made that. And that's another thing too, people don't even know is that I'm back from LA, and I've been back. But when I was out there, I made the whole project, and I asked for production from 717 producers because I wanted to keep it in the city. I didn't want anyone saying like, yo, RoLoS from Hollywood. I just asked him if you want to be a part of it, if you wouldn't mind. I didn't say anything about money. Yo, he sent me 8 beats.
That's how bro work. He don't know how to work another way.
And the funny thing is that the first song I did with NASCAR, that beat, you ran through and I liked it. I grabbed it, and fucking you told me I would have to holler at him to buy the beat before I released it. Bro, this was before I thought of it. I didn't know anything on the business end of music at this point. I wasn't buying beats.
Right.
I don't do none of that. Yeah, I couldn't even afford the beats. So I put the song out hoping that he would hear it and just be like, oh, this nigga nice. Yeah. I thought it's cool. And that's what happened. And so when I asked him for beats for Hunger Paints 2, I didn't know what type of time it was going to be on. I didn't know if it was going to be like, yo, what happened to that beat? Owe me for that or whatever. Nah, bro, it was mad dope. And the one beat I chose was All My Life.
Yeah.
If you want to sample from Shrek, so. Yeah, man, it's dope.
Yeah, I remember that beat.
And from there, I remember taking that picture with you that one day too at your crib, and this is crazy. I think I gave you my mixtape or some shit. It's just crazy. I never thought we'd be sitting down here, and then I didn't know who you was, and now as time went on, I've come to hear a lot about what you got going on, and I see it, and I see your growth, and I'm younger than you. I look up to you like a big brother, so it's and I can still say that I'm proud of you in a way, which is
appreciate that for sure.
Yeah,
that's good. But yeah, we came a long way from there, bro. Like all of everybody you mentioned, literally I have a relationship with. You know what I mean? So that's dope, bro. I like to know that we're all still working. Even though some of us might not be doing music at the moment, everybody's still working. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, Felix. That's my thought. He's like one of the most underrated talents from around here.
Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? But right now, he's doing semi-pro wrestling or
I
professional wrestling. I don't even want to make it sound professional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got this whole thing going on, bro. Like some WWE shit. I'm like, this is dope. You know what I mean? And it's you. Like, it's who he is. But
yeah, that's something I respect a lot. I think he's always been him in a way. And honestly, I think with me, it's like I've had a lot of trouble trying to find what pocket I want to fit in sound-wise. Like, I've had a lot of people, including yourself, tell me that versatility is my strong suit, but I feel like there has to be, you know, I'm sure you know, there has to be some kind of a lane, I feel like, to enter, and I feel like lately I just don't know what style I want to choose. So I've been bouncing around, like on Two-Face, I did like the half trap shit, half melodic, but you know, lately I've been in the underworks of what I've been doing in the studio. I've been making a lot of music that's kind of Hunger Pains, like, you gotta get back to the pen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But that's good. I mean, I'm a very versatile.
I've seen you go through every phase of the hip hop trends. I've seen you go from before I even knew you. I went back and did my homework on you. I seen this. You have Intellect way back in the day. I was like, oh, Eskimo was spitting. Because first, when I started fucking with your music, you had shit like Fuck Up the Kitchen and shit like that at the time. And so I was like, okay, that's the sound. I didn't even know that you was even like, and I was like, oh shit, no, he knows how to spit. I'm like, he's a real rapper. Like, he's a real student in the game.
Yeah. And not just that, it's just like art imitates life, right? So in my real life, I've had a plethora of experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like real. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in the gutters of gutter, bro. And I went to private school for a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Church. Shout out Church Farm School out in XMPA. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All boy charter school. It's like dope. We got to score all high to get in.
How old was you when you did that?
That was 7th and 8th grade. I was there. You know what I'm saying? But then I got put out because my other lifestyle stayed with me and I was ratchet and they kicked me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like a lot of different stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like going to college, you know what I'm saying? Being a trapper, goddamn being a rapper, goddamn being a father, everything. Like all of that stuff makes you who you are. And so like as an artist, you gotta stay tuned into that and not try to fit in a box.
So like, and this is so interesting because I didn't even know any of that. I honestly wanted to always ask you, how do you manage to keep it all together, and how do you stay so sane and cool about it? How are you a father? Because sometimes I'd be forgetting I know you a father. Sometimes because you make it seem like I don't know, like you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I'm actually staying sane, but I learned to like separate certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything doesn't have to go in the same pot. Like my children and how I am with my kids and all that stuff. To me, because I use my social media for my art, mainly my music and everything, I don't think that has to mix. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta show you on Facebook every day that I'm with my son for you to know I'm a good dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not your business.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I respect how you manage to run a label, how you're a dad, you're like a husband, you got all these different ventures. And I'm 26. Trying to still get my shit together, and I'm looking at you like, how the fuck is you doing it?
You gotta learn to separate stuff, man.
Mufasa, the bad producer.
Hey, watch me lean, hey.